And I suppose the reality of this is the A5 was the blockage, and that's all along. I remember being told on air by some of your own colleagues in Donegal not to worry about the A5 because Minister Murphy was dealing with that and it'll be sorted, and that didn't happen. So we hope now that the funding's back on the table, Stormont's back up and running, that the A5 now starts to move with a bit of progression, and those projects that were held up either end, on the southern end and the northern end, and I'm particularly dealing on the northern end as well, Minister, on the 10T project. It's important now that they move forward. I know the department has left at the moment a case study on the 10T, and that is to come to Cabinet, and that does need approval. So if maybe you give us a little bit of a brief of where all those projects are at, from the 10T to the north, the A5 in between, and the N2 Clontibbert piece at the bottom. Just give us an update on that. Like, I remember coming over 20 years ago to meet the then Taoiseach and to lobby for the N2 A5 back at the time when the National Development Plan was announced. And you had all the other projects being announced, the N1 being announced, the N4, N6, Galway-Dublin, you had the Limerick route, or Cork route, and the famous Waterford route. And back at that time, the N2 A5 at the halfway point, the midway point, had the exact same traffic volumes in the year 2000 as Galway-Dublin had. It had greater traffic volumes than the Limerick route had and the Waterford route had. And here we still are, heading for 25 years further on, and we're still waiting our project. And because of that, we have fallen back as a community. We're not getting the same opportunities. And when you don't get the same opportunities, you don't get the same business into the area. You can't create the same jobs, and you have a brain drain. And that's a strain on our economy. So it's really important that we drive these projects on now as speedily as we can and deliver them.